Hey, coin folk. It's that time again. Picked up our boxes of halves for the week. I got a little excited when I was picking them up. Bank tellers just don't understand the lingo quite yet, but she was telling me she had $500 in customer wrapped halves. But then I asked a little more about it, and she's like, "Well, yeah, it's this other guy that he hunts them every once in a while, and then he brings them back to us." Like, nah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. But we at least got our two boxes, even if nothing else. A couple newer enders, but not a ton. Lots circulated. Nothing silvery looking. Let's see about this one. I don't see any newer enders, but lots circulated, no silver. So very, very similar to what our boxes have been looking like when we've opened them up. So we've been on a pretty decent run, honestly. Can't remember, I think it's like 5, 6, 7 boxes in a row, something like that. Maybe more with silver. So hopefully these hold up to that pattern, and we'll jump in and find out. Bring it back as soon as we got something worth looking at. And hopefully it's not too long from right now. Well, after initially going through the boxes, I didn't have real high hopes. And it looks like I was right. We're on roll 17 already. First kind of thing we got to look at here. Got a bicentennial with a pretty decent little grease strike on the first part of the date down there at the bottom. But that's about as exciting as we've gotten thus far. So hopefully it picks up a little bit. Nothing super heavy in the boxes, either box. A few kind of heavy rolls, but nothing crazy. So if anything, we're probably holding out hope for a 40. There shouldn't be any 90s in there on weight anyways. I guess there could be one Warren Slick in there hiding, but we'll see. Let's jump back in and keep on plugging. Well, the box has continued to struggle. We're all the way on roll 35 already. Got our first NIFC out of the box. Starting to think we wasn't going to get one at all, but we got at least one. So a little bit of something. And keep on moving and hope for better. So let's go. Well, we've finished up box one, and we've already looked at everything that was worth looking at out of there, which wasn't much. So thankfully, we got another box. We're going to move on to it and hope for better. Can't get much worse, so let's go find out. Well, we're halfway through box 2 already, and unfortunately it's been a lot more of the same. Really, the only thing in the box so far, we had a couple 95 Phillies. It's fairly common to find just kind of a weak strike, a little bit of a grease strike through that right-hand side there. Nothing crazy, so I don't even hang on to these, but we did run into a couple. So I figured I would pull them out to show because we've had nothing else to look at through the box. So hopefully, second half is a little more exciting, but we shall see. Let's go find out. Well, the last roll of the hunt gave us probably our best find of the hunt. Not silver, but and not super spectacular. Just the best find of this hunt. It's pretty cool though. We got an off center, or not off center, by misaligned die. You can see it's pretty well misaligned here in the front. It's kind of almost completely off the rim at the bottom, and then just you can kind of see how it's offset up there at the top. Pretty good little bit. And then all centered up on the back. It's in pretty decent shape too, so we'll take that. At least it's something, I guess. We also had kind of along the way, I thought at first this was a gold-plated coin, but actually it's just got a nice even gold tone kind of all over on both sides. Kind of a cool little toner, but that was a pretty rough hunt. This is the best as far as I'm concerned. And we had our one NIFC and a little grease strike there on the bicentennial that we looked at earlier. So not the best. I guess we're paying our dues this week, but I can't complain. We've had some pretty good hunts here recently, so Sometimes they're just a little rougher than others, and this happens to be one of them. So we'll take it, take our lumps, and we'll move on to the next one. So that's it on this one, folks. I'll see you somewhere down the line. I don't know what we'll be doing next, but I'll see you over there. Peace.